Hello everyone, this is Mike from BTR Budget Tech Reviews, and today is the part 2 review video of the HTC Desire 510 by Boost Mobile. Okay guys, so if you're wondering what that little green dot on the screen is, it's actually a notification light. Now, why is there a notification light on the screen, you ask? Well, because this phone doesn't have a notification light, so I actually had to download like a third-party app and the app is called No LED, and look at there, you can see me in the background. Hi guys. But it's a third-party app that lights the screen up when you have a notification, since there's no light to tell me that if I got a text message or if I have a missing email, something to that extent. So I actually have to turn that on and turn the notification light on just to get notifications. So this is the part 2 review video. That's one thing that I remember I failed to mention in the first video, and as well as that the volume rockers in the physical features of this phone. Let me see if I can get a good angle at that, but if you can see here, the volume rockers are very blended in with the phone, so which isn't a bad thing necessarily. Same thing with the power button, but there's at times where I'm trying to like press it on the side here, and I just can't feel it out, So that's one thing that I didn't really like about the phone, that they were real flush with the phone and you can't really feel them. So when you're trying to actually raise the volume when listening to YouTube music or whatever, it's a tough thing. So going from there, let's go ahead and do a whatchamacallit. What do they call this? A Geekbench? No, not a Geekbench. A quadrant standard test. Let's see if I can get down there to the app, if I can find it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh, a quadrant standard. And let's go ahead and do that there. Run full benchmark. Shouldn't take long. And while it's doing that, I just want to show you guys in the back that I don't know what happened or whatever, and I don't know if you can see that, but I accidentally laid the phone down on something. I don't know if it was like Kool-Aid or something, but it got stained, and I have no clue what that is. I tried wiping it off. You can see there the test is still going on, going at 59 frames per second on the video. So basically that won't come off. I have no clue what that is, but I am going to try reselling this phone when I'm done reviewing it. So whoever's interested in buying this phone, message me, and I'll probably sell it to you for like $50 on So yeah, now that the benchmark is over, let's take a look at that. This phone, and let me see if I can get that or not, scored a 9,543, and it's pretty much up there. Now this is a $79 phone. That's how much I purchased the phone for. And right now it's probably 99 on the Boost website. So not a bad score whatsoever. Let's do a quick speed test and check out their LTE really quick. Hey, look, that's me right there. I texted myself. But let's do a quick speed test. Let me just turn off the Wi-Fi really quick so I can connect to their LTE network. Where I live, they actually do have LTE. So let's take a look and let's see here real quick. Speedtest.net. Apparently this phone is supposed to have enhanced LTE, so let's check that out. Let's begin test. Right now I'm 1 barring it right now, so let's see how good this actually is. And Sprint's LTEs can be good sometimes, and sometimes it could be horrible. But right now you can see that it's not that great. It's downloading at 1 megabits a second, when LTE it should be a lot higher. I mean, look at that. You saw that the upload speed just jumped. So, it varies. It depends where you guys are. And, depending on your location, if your bars are a lot higher than mine. Let me see if I can raise this a little bit. There you go. If your bars are a lot higher than mine, then, kudos to wherever you live and so forth. And after I get this done, and I think it's just going to stay stuck there at 0.39, I'm going to talk about battery life here, guys. And that's, I know, one thing that everyone is concerned about, especially with phone batteries. Now, there's a couple days where I just use this phone straight, and I got pretty much throughout the day with maybe a little less than 50% of the battery with normal use, not hardcore heavy use. So this phone is really good on battery life, and if you're more concerned on battery life, it actually has. And there you go. Hold on. Let's take a look at the scores here. 117 download and upload 0.16. So I know that's not, this varies. This is a lot better. I've seen it and it's been a lot better. Let me see if I can go to results really quick. And oh, that was Wi-Fi. There's one time, and you can see there, and there's the network. There's Wi-Fi. Right here, I had download 10.38 and upload was 2.02. So it just depends where you are right now. I'm in my apartment. I'm on the first floor of a 2-story complex. So, that could vary. But going back to battery life, and let me go here. And let me go and swipe that down. It actually has features called the battery saver. And if you click that on, or if you go to settings, it takes you to CPU power. And, it does little things like reduce the display quality, and it turns off the vibration when your battery's running low, and it turns your data connection on and off depending on usage. So basically, it's like a built-in Juice Defender app, and this phone has regular power saver mode, which is the regular, and then they have the extreme power saver mode, which is for the people that really want to save battery when they have their phone in their pocket. And then there's sleep mode down here, and let's show you that. It turns off the data connection during long periods of inactivity. So if you know that you're not going to be using your phone, it turns certain things off. And right now, I actually have this phone running 5 days, 9 hours, and 26 hours on battery, and it's at 32% right now. So I haven't been able to touch it a lot this week. But of course, I've been busy with school and work. But using it, it's a lot. It's been really good on battery life. I have no problem with it. If you want to change, different display settings, you go to your you go to personalize, and you can change your home screen wallpaper, add apps, manage home screen panels. You can add more. You can turn on that feature that I hate by HTC. I forgot what it's called. Hold on, let me go back really quick. I don't know what it's called. Manage home screens. Here we go. Blink feed. There you go. So if I wanted to, I can turn blink feed back on, and there it is. You can see that. And I don't want to set that as home, so I'm just going to leave that like that. Of course, if you want to change wallpaper, etc., you're going to click this, and it's going to give you the option to change the home screen wallpaper, and you can add apps and widgets. So like, let's say if I wanted to add an app or a widget, if I wanted to add my calculator widget or whatever, let's just say Google Drive. I don't really use Google Drive. It'll take you there, and then you just put home screen, you drag it to the home screen, and there you go, voila. So, for people it'll give you the option for email address. I'll just put my main email address, and boom, there you go. Google Drive is now there. I don't really know how to use it though. I guess you can add stuff, Not a huge fan of that though, but welcome to Google Drive, blah, 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 blah. So going forward, let's just get, a quick, do a little quick video, or let's see, let's go to phonearena.com and let's see how this loads. And right now I'm still running on LTE, so arena.com just to see how this loads. Phonearena.com. Right now I'm using the Android Google keyboard, so this keyboard comes with the default HTC Senses keyboard, and as you can see here, like I said, I'm running on the LTE. It's loading relatively quick. The reason why I use phonearena.com is because it has a lot of, that good stuff, all that HTML, all that Flash stuff going on. Right now I'm using Chrome. This does have another browser on it, but let me go ahead and start, scrolling through it. As you can see here, the phone, it doesn't really have a problem transitioning. I don't know what just happened. It took me to the Play Store. Let me go back there. And hopefully it'll take me back to that. So I might have accidentally clicked something that took me to the Play Store. These web pages are full of ads that take you to links. And of course, a lot of them are games, etc. But like I said, let me see if I can get a closer. Let me see if I can double tap and let's see if we can get a little more clarity on there. There you go. So there you go. 12 devices that shaped the history of Android and its major release. So as you can see there, it's pretty visible. If you want to pinch to zoom, you can pinch to zoom. You know, not as sensitive as you would like it to be, but you know, which phones, you know, are really great with pinch to zooming, really. But you know, gets the job done. Here we go. Let's go to YouTube really quick. Let's go to that really quick and show you guys a little bit of video playback. I'm already hitting like 10 minutes here. I feel like this is my long review video. So, and yeah, I'm gonna actually turn my Wi-Fi back on just because. Oh yeah, and just so you guys know, this phone has a do not disturb feature, and I don't know if you guys can get that or not because I'm in the way. DND, do not disturb, and that basically is just a feature where, you know, you want to go to sleep and not get text messages, phone calls, etc. You know, it has that feature. So going back now, let's go to my uploads really quick, and let's just go look at one of the last videos that I did. And sadly, since this, hold on, I'll skip that really quick. I'll skip that ad because I don't want to get sued by YouTube here. But here we go.
Hey guys, this is Mike from BTR Budget Tech Reviews here, and today I'm going to do just a small.
That's all the way. That's the volume all the way up.
Desk and computer area. I got the idea from MKBHD, who is one of my YouTube idols, basically. So here
that's
here
me.
Go. Here's my Logitech keyboard and mouse, both wireless, and I love it. The keyboard.
Alright, let me lower that a little. That was with the volume all the way up. And just so you guys know, you can't play any high quality videos back in 1080p. So I think the highest quality of video that you can actually play here is 480. Right now it's only giving me 360 as the option, which kind of stinks right now, but it's got auto 144, 240 and 360. So that's just on this phone. So doesn't look bad though. The video quality, like I said, it's not a full HD screen, so you're gonna be how do you say, you know, you're not gonna get the best quality since it's not full HD, but it still looks good for the price. You know, for a budget friendly phone that costs less than, you know, than $100, you know, it's really well worth the price in my opinion. So going back, let's just show you guys, you know, transitions that you would normally lag. I don't really have a lot of apps running in the background, so you know, this will vary if you have like Facebook, Snapchat, you know, Instagram going at the same time, etc. So I guess that'll do it for this review video, guys. Please like my page at www.facebook.com/btreviews. You know, and you know, give me your feedback. I would love to see it there. As well as your comments on my YouTube page, you know, but sometimes I don't get to keep up with it, you know, since I'm so busy with school. So, you know, if I don't reply to your comments, don't feel offended, guys. But yeah, keep an eye out for the third video. I'm going to test out some games, the keyboard, and more. So, you know, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe.